Hey, what's up guys? This video is actually going to be about the history of moi, the history of Doc Testosterone, and how the hell did I get here. So, fail fast, okay? That's the gist of everything. I have a PhD in neuroscience. A lot of you already know. Did that for 10 years, grad school, McGill University, one of the top universities in the world. And here I am in fitness and teaching people how to diet and exercise and sleep and erections and sex drive and all this shit. So first of all, the video I'm about to make, I'm gonna uncover a lot of secrets of what I've felt in life as I wanted to fail fast, and I have failed fast, and I continue to struggle with that. It's hard as you climb this ladder. So a week after I finished my dissertation, I defended my PhD thesis, which was fucking amazing, by the way. You should go read it. I moved to Las Vegas. I started working for Real Social Dynamics, which is a top dating company, #1 dating company in the world. You should go check out their videos, RSD Tyler's videos and rsdnation.com and so on. And I worked for them for a year in Las Vegas. I was teaching students how to pick up chicks. I was practicing myself. I've always been very social and kind of extroverted, more or less. So it kind of came natural to me. But the reason I did that is because I spent 10 years of my life in grad school never failing, right? I was a straight A student for decades. My dad used to tell me that I should think of studying and getting A's like a war. Like I'm fighting a war. Anyway, us Muslims call that a jihad, which is this inner war thing. You might think of it as different, or the news might have told you different, but it's this inner war that you have against yourself to become better and closer to the divine. Anyway, but let's forget about all that right now and focus on me. So, as Doc Testosterone, now that I look back and I think of my life, how I've failed really fast. So a week after finishing the PhD, I moved to Vegas and I stayed there for a year, going to club night after night and just doing shit I never did. The first club I went to, it was for a programming contest in fucking New Orleans, Louisiana, where I walked in. The music was so loud, so I walked back out. It was a bunch of my nerd computer programming friends. By the way, I also have an honors degree in computer science and engineering. Just kidding. Actually, I do. You should look it up. So all that happened, and I spent a year doing that. I spent a year failing very fast. Okay, and the way you fail fast is by doing weird shit. Okay, doing things that your brain is telling you not to do and they're actually good for you, right? So there's this concept of irrational fear, right? So in for example, for dating industry, you see a girl, you don't go talk to her because you think you're gonna die or the alpha male is gonna kill you. That's what your brain tells you to think, and you don't do it. It's an irrational fear. In the book, The 10X Rule, Grant Cardone talks about this very well. He talks about how if you're about to make a call, it's like a sales call, and you have this fear of calling because you think you're gonna fail, or you think the person who's gonna respond is too much authoritative. It's too far beyond you, and you say, oh, you know what? I'm gonna get a coffee first, or let me go to the bathroom and pee first. Fuck all that. You letting go of that fear is more important than closing that sale, because letting go of fear is something that comes from within, and once you do that, your sales are going to go double, triple, quadruple, quintuple, sextuple, septuple, octuple, and so on. So you need to understand that failing fast happens all the time in life, right? My previous video, I talked about diets. I talked about how I fast, and I tried to fail fast in that too. So I do it for 4 weeks. These fasts that I do, bulk diets that I do, they're all for 4 weeks because I want to fail fast and I want to understand how my genetics are. All right, back to Doc Testosterone's life story. After I finished that, I started traveling I went to Silicon Valley, visited startups there. I talked to venture capitalists, tried to do a startup, and this is how I started Doc Testosterone. And I got into the fitness industry. I was 212 pounds before that. I was fat. Go look at my fat photo when I was a fat fuck, doctestosterone.com, and you'll see my fucking transformation and how I balled it up by working my ass off. Strength training, functional training, athletic training, bodybuilding, playing sports, fucking, you name it, I did it. So the concept of failing fast doesn't just stop there. It also happens every day in life, right? So let's say, for example, you're afraid to talk to your parents about getting a bad grade. Just go and tell them, fail fast. And all of these mechanisms of failing fast are not easy. Dude, what the fuck? I always hated UPS. FedEx is better. Actually, email is better. Don't mail me anything, always email or text. Please. I don't trust mail people. Just kidding. Okay, that was stupid. Ignore all that. I'm just dumb. So what I realized is, in everyday life, if you focus on those mini failures, you're gonna give your brain that effect of understanding that you are willing to fail. You will slowly overcome that ego instinct that people have, that you have, and slowly understand. For example, like Eckhart Tolle talks about the power of now, how you have to be in the moment and let go of your ego, and so these types of books that I've been reading, so the 10X Rule, I recently finished The Selfish Gene, all of these books kind of, the 50th Law, all these books, they're kind of pushing towards getting rid of irrational fear, being fearless, doing things that you normally wouldn't do, and that is how you grow. So a guy like me, okay, a guy like fucking me, who was a nerd, went to grad school, and is now Doc Testosterone, teaching people weird shit like I am now, that only happens if you fail fast. Go right now, do something that you've always been afraid to do, and I will see you next time.